The truth about the Black Knight satellite is one of the most mysterious stories in the history of space exploration, a strange mix of science, legend, and unexplained events that stretches across more than a century. The mystery begins long before satellites existed, long before humans even dreamed of stepping into space, and it continues today as one of the most debated objects ever associated with Earth's orbit. The entire legend centers on a single question that has not been answered to this day. What exactly is the Black Knight satellite? The first hints of the mystery date back to the early 1920s, when the brilliant inventor Nikola Tesla reported that he had received unusual, repeating radio signals that did not match any known natural source. Tesla believed he had intercepted a transmission from somewhere beyond our planet, and while scientists later offered other explanations, the idea that something artificial to already be orbiting Earth was planted. Decades later, in the 1930s and 1940s, other radio operators recorded long-delayed echo signals that bounced back seconds later, as if they had been reflected by an unknown object high above the Earth. These strange radio anomalies would soon become part of the Black Knight legend. The mystery deepened dramatically in the 1950s, when American and European defense radars reported something impossible at the time: an unidentified object orbiting Earth in a polar orbit. During the 1950s, no country on Earth had the technology to place a satellite into a polar orbit. The first known polar orbit satellite was launched years later, which means that whatever radar operators saw in the 1950s did not match any known human-made object. Newspapers at the time published stories about an unknown satellite circling the planet, and both the United States and the Soviet Union quietly investigated the reports. According to this interpretation, an ancient extraterrestrial civilization have placed a monitoring device in Earth's orbit thousands of years before human civilization rose. While this theory has never been proven, it continues to attract interest because it ties together early radio anomalies, radar detections, and the modern NASA image into a single timeline that spans thousands of years. Scientists, however, offer more grounded explanations. They argue that Tesla's signals may have come from natural radio sources in space. They believe the 1950s radar detections may have been misinterpretations or untracked human-made objects. They insist that the NASA photographs show a piece of space debris and nothing more. Yet even with all these explanations, there are gaps that science has not completely closed. None of these explanations fully account for the early polar orbit sightings. None of them explain the repeating radio patterns that didn't match natural sources. And none of them explain why so many unrelated events across different decades seem to point toward a single mystery. The truth about the Black Knight satellite may lie somewhere between science and speculation. It could be a misunderstood collection of unrelated events that merged into one grand myth over time, or it could be a real unknown object that has been misinterpreted, covered up, or simply beyond our current understanding. What makes the Black Knight so fascinating is the way its story blends technology, history, astronomy, and mystery into one continuous thread. Whether it is an alien artifact, ancient technology, a lost piece of space equipment, or a myth born from coincidence, the Black Knight satellite remains one of the most intriguing unexplained phenomena connected to our planet. As long as unanswered questions remain questions about strange signals, unknown objects in impossible orbits, and unexplained photographs, the mystery of the Black Knight satellite will continue to capture the imagination of millions. And until science provides a complete explanation, people will continue to wonder whether an ancient watcher has been silently orbiting Earth for thousands of years, waiting for the right moment to reveal its true purpose.